you never know what to expect at the end of a console's lifespan. Sometimes you get truly refined works like Star Ocean, which push the machine to its capacity and then bolt on some more. Sometimes you get absolute crap, which push themselves onto a large installed base in the interest of more money. Sometimes you get some really strange birds. And Megaman and Bass is a strange bird. It dropped on the SNES in April of 1998, though only in Japan. I'll repeat that because it bears repeating. It dropped on the Super NES in April of 1998. Here's some perspective. That's well over a year after Final Fantasy VII, almost 2 years after Mario 64, a couple months after the Japanese release of Mega Man Legends, and almost a year and a half after the PlayStation version of Mega Man 8. Strange bird indeed. It's the last one, Mega Man 8, that most informs the playstyle and mechanics of Mega Man and Bass. In fact, most of the enemy sprites look to be ripped directly from said PlayStation title, making it an even stranger fit for the Super NES. Plays very much like 8, but with a much smaller screen and no voice acting. The second half of that statement being a blessing indeed if you ever had to sit through that atrocious dub. In this go-round, Mega Man and Bass, not really acting as a team, but individuals with a shared goal, attempt to stop the rogue robot king who's stolen a museum's worth of data on robot masters with the intention of building his own and starting a revolution. It's not a very inventive revolution, though, as two of his creations, Astro Man and Tengu Man, are lifted directly from Mega Man 8. Further, the bosses are tiered in a strange 3-5 configuration, with only Astro Man, Cold Man, and Ground Man available at the outset. Only by beating them can you access Burner Man, Tengu Man, Pirate Man, Magic Man, and Dynamo Man. Slaughter the lot of them and you can make a run at King's headquarters. Scattered throughout the levels are screws, which can be exchanged for power-ups between stages, and CDs, which unlock entries in the database mode. The database contains 100 listings, representing pretty much the entire cast of the Mega Man world up to that point, even some of the strange lesser-known robots, like Ballad, Anchor, and the planet-themed bosses from Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. It's refreshing to see some mention of those. There's a reason the series returned to its 8-bit roots, even in this modern era. Some would say it's purely nostalgia, but I believe it runs much deeper. Mega Man 7 and 8, the first to feature larger sprites and enemies, always felt to me like the turning point, where aesthetics began to overshadow tight-as-a-drum platforming control. Don't get me wrong, Mega Man and Bass does some fun things, but it's held back by a design that feels too restrictive and bloated. It's like playing Operation with a pair of salad tongs. And this is coming from a guy who beats Mega Man 2 if he's having trouble getting to sleep, with Heatman's as the third stage. No item 2. But hey, at least there's no voice acting.